Hello from Findlay Truck and R&V. Today we're going to be touring the 2020 North Point fifth wheel by Jayco. Currently looking at the nose of the fifth wheel. Two slide outs out on this side. We've got our slide out over here. Two awnings are out as well. As we approach, we have our standard 7-pin and breakaway cable. Down underneath there are two light switches. First light switch controls there, and this second light switch controls your docking light down here. Additionally, there is another light back here, switches on the back side. Flip it on. Nice big compartment here. Does clip in up here, slides in rather. This is a locked keyed compartment. We have our batteries. Batteries have been serviced and changed. Brand new batteries in here. Have access to the auto level system right through here. Moving around to the left side, we are currently auto leveled. We have our front jacks down and 4 on the back side, 2 in the middle and 2 behind the axles. Moving around, we come to a compartment, currently empty, but a third propane tank can go in here. This unit does come with 2. They are both on the other side. We will get to that on our tour. Closing this up. Nice big compartment here. It does pass through. It does work on magnets. And both sides are keyed. You'll just want to flip it up and it will hold itself in place. Now in this compartment we do have a GFCI outlet, satellite TV cable hookup. There is another TV stand. Got another GFCI on this side. Air pressure gauge. A light that will work on a switch and can also be put to a sensing mode with the sensor up here. Spare tire tool. I'll point out where you would use this should you need to access the spare. This unit also does come with an onboard vacuum system. Currently off back here. Flip that switch. Fires up. You'll slide this up. Place your hose in here. Hose is inside in the bedroom. I will point that out when we get to it. There is a panel here that has the computer system, the onboard BM Pro computer system wiring. That is tucked away back here, and those 2 panels right there also pull off. And when we get around to it, I will point out the water system back behind that panel. This unit also does have its own drinking water pump. That is the 5-gallon tank that comes with the unit. Always a good idea to run bleach through the drinking water system prior to use. Again, we have another big compartment here. Keyed, works on magnets. Inside here, there is a light switch. Controls this little light strip up here. An outlet, outdoor refrigerator. And pulling out right here, there is a stove. Hooks up with this propane line right here, quick connect. You will access the propane line down here. You'll just pop this cover off, and you'll want to make sure that you have this lever parallel with the propane line, and you will connect right there. Down below here, I will point out there is a low point drain. Water will drain out of there. Moving onwards, we come to the 2 middle auto level jacks, exterior speakers. There is a spray port you can hook the exterior hose up to, which is over by the water panel. Your entry door will latch right here. Steps fold up and in. Legs are adjustable. You'll want to take this pin out right here. It just pops on through like so, and then you can move the legs up and down, and then you'll just put your pin back into place. Door assist guide, always a good idea to have it in front of the door during travel. And then you will just lift up and bring it back into place. Awning with awning lights, a little bit hard to see out here in the daylight. And the second awning with awning lights. Tucked in below underneath this slide out, we do see our 2 rear leveling jacks, as well as our fresh tank drain, which will be right here. You'll just want to swivel that lever to the right and it will drain out. Spare tire will be accessible with the slide out in using that manual crank. You'll stick through here, and when the slide out is in, you'll crank on that right there to bring the spare tire down. Now up at the exterior kitchen, there was a propane quick connect. There is another one back here on the rear of the fifth wheel. Again, same concept. We'll just pop that cap off, slide that lever over, and your propane line is open. Moving on around to the back side, a little bit bright, might be hard to see. This unit does come equipped with a docking station if you wanted to add a rear or backup camera. Brake lights, license plate light, marker lights up top, roof access ladder. Coming on around, we have the 50 amp hookup right here. There is a compartment next door, nothing in this currently. Moving around, we have a rear low point drain as well. You'll just need to pop that, twist that dial to be parallel with the PEX line, and it will drain out. Always a good idea to drain your low points when you are going to winterize or want to completely purge the water system. Moving on around, we have another keyed compartment here. Again, works on a magnet with access to the rear of the fridge. This does have a residential fridge unit. Down below here, underneath the front slide out on the left side from the rear, we see our sewage cap. You'll want to pop that off prior to pulling any of your tank release valves. We do have a gray tank release right here. You'll simply want to pull that out once you've removed your cap, and your gray tank for the galley will flush out through there. Moving around, this unit also does have awnings on the slide outs, which is a nice convenient feature there. Up here on top, we have the furnace exhaust. When the furnace is running, hot air will be exhausting out of that, so you'll just want to be mindful when the furnace is on. Down below, we have the door for the brand new on-demand water heater. There is an on-off switch on here. You'll likely always want to have this in the on position. Anytime the hot water turns on, you will then have hot water within seconds. Pressure release valve over here on the right. Fuse should it ever blow right here. And to close, simply spin and press down. Next door, we have the other side of that big pass-through compartment. Also works on a key. GFC outlet on top. We have another light that works always on, or no, the 2 setting is for the sensor mode. Back behind here is the wiring for the water panel, and down below is your water pump. Again, over here is that 5-gallon drinking water tank. Again, we'll remind you, always a good idea to put bleach through that system prior to using. And up here is the inverter. You will want to have the inverter on anytime you are unplugged from shore power, traveling down the road with food items and such in the fridge. This will keep power to the fridge. Slide out control modules are up above here, and right here is the panel for the on-demand water system. You can toggle the temperature that you want to set the water to right here. You can do Fahrenheit versus Celsius as well, and it does have an on-off switch on this panel as well. Moving over, we have the auto level system here. Pressing power, we see that all of our jacks are down. We would want to hit all retract, it will bring up the rears. And then when you want to level the system, you'll want to hit this auto level button. There is also control from the interior on the BM Pro. And turning that off. It does have a control switch here for the water pump. Has an exterior faucet, your hose and nozzle, water filter housing, city water connection, black tank flush. If going to use the black tank flush, always a good idea to make sure that your sewer cap is off and the black tank itself is open, which you can do right down here. There is also another gray water holding tank right here. And up above, this water panel does come with a number of configurations. You'll just need to put the levers in the appropriate position for what you are trying to do. I would like to point out there is a power fill tank and then a dry camping above it. Anytime you will be using the water pump, you will want to make sure that you are in that dry camping configuration. There is a drain port down here as well. It simply pops into place and you can slide this little window up and down. You can also open it up entirely. And just underneath the slide out, we have the 2 propane tanks, propane regulator currently running off of this tank. We can also switch this lever over and we will run off of that tank. Red will indicate that you are getting low, and when the entire window is covered in red, you are out of propane. And then back here we have the battery disconnect. Anytime you are using the fifth wheel, you will want to have the battery disconnect in the on position, which it currently is. When you will be away from the fifth wheel, always a good idea to turn that to the off position so you're not drawing from the batteries coming back to a dead fifth wheel camper. Stepping back, we see our 2 slide outs, 3 slide outs, and back to the nose, awnings. And this concludes the exterior tour of the 2020 Jayco North Point fifth wheel.